Hello and welcome back, everybody. We are on our, how many have we done? 1, 2, 3. We're on our 4th video of the day, and yes, they are coming thick and fast. 2 hours goes by in the blink of an eye, really, when you've got something to do, doesn't it? So I hope this is keeping you busy. Excuse me, sorry, I've just had a bite to eat. And again, this system of tap around the clock is going round 12 different meridians. Okay, so there's 2-hour periods each, and it's covering the full 24-hour clock. So I'm going to continue doing this until I decide to go to bed this evening, and then I will be recording the evening ones for those of you who are up through the night, and hopefully scheduling them so that you can watch those throughout the night. If somehow the scheduling doesn't work, I will post them up first thing in the morning, so that over the next 24 hours you've got the full cycle of the tapping routines. Now, it doesn't matter. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. Drop me a hi, a like, a love heart, let me know that you're here. It doesn't matter if you only catch one of these videos and you just keep repeating it, okay? Just knowing that you're actually starting to vibrate your internal system, okay, enough to actually start to loosen all that tension that's inside you, okay? So by tapping on these points and doing it in a way that actually flows naturally with your with the way that the clock sort of works inside you, so you're working with the times that are optimum for each meridian. So that's why we're starting and doing these every 2 hours. So it's our small meridian now between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. and that's working at its optimum time. It's doing its most work. So we're going to help that and encourage that, and then we're going to help the flow between all the other meridians until we get back to the small meridian, knowing that we've vibrated as much as we can, okay, to help all of that tension start to release, which in turn then helps our own internal system start to unblock any mucus or emotions or anything like that we possibly can. So the more we do it, the better. So our small intestine. Our small intestine is next to our heart meridian, okay? And it starts on our little finger, and this can be any little finger, it doesn't matter. Okay? And it is on the outside, okay? So little finger here, and it's on the outside of our little finger, just above the nail, and that's where we're going to start tapping. And we're just going to tap on that, and a lot of the emotions in our small intestine meridian are very similar to our heart meridian. So it's those feelings of being alone and lost and abandoned and sort of unloved in a way, if we're feeling unsupported, okay? So those feelings sort of then manifest into physical symptoms. So just by vibrating on this, okay, we're just helping that communication to start moving all the cells around, okay? So what this is doing is vibrating this string in a way all the way through you, okay, and coming out the other side. And just by vibrating these, it's moving the cells around your system so that it's starting to release things, okay? For those of you who want a more in-depth version of this, the Tap Around the Clock app, which is free on Apple, has got negative emotions, physical symptoms and positive emotions that you can then start to work on. Or you can visit my website and download the actual charts, which, just so you know, they look like this. So you've actually got the clock, okay, and the emotions are on the inside. Then you've got the physical symptoms one. Okay, so you've got physical symptoms within each one, and then you've got the positive emotions in each one. So it's something for you all to do 24 hours a day. So we're starting off with our small intestine, okay, and we're doing 30 seconds. Children don't need to do as long, 10 seconds. Infants, literally just a couple of taps, a couple of seconds worth of tapping. When we get to the facial ones, obviously we're being reminded, of course, not to touch our faces. So make sure that you've all washed your hands thoroughly before you do this, please. Yeah, so washing your hands is imperative. Please do not be touching other people to do this. Let them do it themselves. Or you can sit near them and do this so that you're sharing sort of each other's energy. That still does work, believe it or not. And when we get to our facial ones, I'm just going to tap on the areas but not actually touch the skin, because your magnetic field actually comes out slightly of your skin anyway. So we're going to tap here, and then we're going to move around now to our bladder meridian. And our bladder meridian is up above our nose, eyebrows. I'm just going to tap here. So 30 seconds. Just take notice of how you're breathing. If you've been following the ones throughout this morning, as you're breathing now, you're managing to breathe a little bit deeper. Is it coming from your belly, or is it coming from your top of your chest, top of your stomach here? Is it coming from your chest, or is it coming from your throat? Okay, just make note of where your breathing is coming from, and then once you've finished this routine, and perhaps you do another one, make a note of where your breathing's actually coming from, and if it's a little bit deeper each time and a little bit freer. So that was our bladder meridian. I'm going to move now to our kidney meridian, so collarbone, and start tapping here. Nice old junction box, this one, of connecting a lot of the meridians together. So this is a nice one to sort of start vibrating and getting your whole system going. Do some nice deep breaths as you're doing this, in through your nose. And out through your mouth. And if you cough while you're doing this, that's fine. If you burp, fart, giggle, okay, cry, all of that is a good sign, because it means that you're clearing out stuff that's stuck on the inside. All of that, from my point of view, is a good thing, okay? And the more you clear things out that are in there, the better, because it's not stuck. Okay, I'm going on to our pericardium, so hand, middle finger, okay? We're going to be tapping on the, just above the nail, which is nearest the thumb, okay? I'm just going to again do 30 seconds. I might be doing a little bit longer here. Don't worry about that. You might do less, you might do more. Just trust your energy system. Just trust what is right for you. Drop me some highs, let me know who's watching. Give me some thumbs up, some hearts. It's always good to know who's watching, because I need encouragement here as much as you do. I've got my father's funeral on Thursday, so I need this clear out just as much as you do, guys. Okay, so this is our pericardium. Our pericardium is our circulation system and sexual organs. Okay, so on our hand here, it's the middle finger, and it's just above the nail. Okay, now on our hand again, we have these two fingers. We're going to go down in the middle, and we've got this soft spot. And we're just going to tap on that little soft spot in between. So I'm starting to clear again. Triple warmer meridian. This is fight, flight and freeze. So we do hold a lot of our anxiety and stress in here. That's it. Keep those likes and hearts going, folks. It's nice to have some encouragement as I'm doing this. I am a bit baggy-eyed at the moment because I've not been sleeping great, I must admit. I've not written my father's eulogy yet, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling because we can't have a wake. I'm struggling, I suppose, because I'm worried about my family sort of being there, even though it's mine and just my brother's family, and we're going to be at a distance from each other. But we've got to say goodbye to my dad, so it's all going to be done very much at a distance. It's going to be very strange. Okay, so that's our triple warmer. And I know I'm not going to be the first person in this situation. There's a lot of you that have already gone through this, and a lot more of us that maybe in the future months having to go through this too. So I'm with you guys all the way on this, really am. Okay, we're going to move now to our gallbladder, so at the side here, just here. Okay, I'm just going to do some tapping into our gallbladder meridian. And again, you'll notice that some of these points are, again, really natural points for you to sort of be rubbing when you've got headaches. Lie on, you know, we rest on here when when we're on our desk and we're thinking and we're tapping away. Okay, these are really natural points, very ancient points. They're acupuncture points, really, that we're being more general with, but it still works. And now we're going to move on to our liver meridian. So, okay, we've got nipples here. We're just going to go underneath, and I'm just going to start tapping underneath, so a bit on the rib cage. Sorry about that full frontal there, guys. Happiness is found within. So let's tap our internal organs into some happy states, and the more we tap into our internals, then the happier they become. Okay, that's our liver meridian. Again, so for any of you that notice any bitter taste in the mouth, any of that sort of type of sensations, that's where we hold a lot of anger, bitterness, guilt in there. So that's a really good one, and not one that we get to very often, so give that one a good old tickle. Okay, hands, back to hands again. Here we go. Sorry, I said we probably wouldn't touch faces, but I forgot, didn't I? So I'll do that one after. So lungs, nails, thumb. Trying to think the best way of doing this. Okay, so here, and it's this point here, so it's away from your fingers. Okay, away from your fingers, just above the nail. I'm just going to tap there. Who's doing this with me? Give me some thumbs up, some yeses. How are you finding it? Have you done any of the other videos, or is this your first one and you wonder what's going on? Just let me know. Good to have that feedback. So your lungs meridian, this is very much fear, guilt, shame, sadness, confusion. Okay, our lungs and our large intestine hold an awful lot of all of those feelings, which is why physically it makes sense that things are congregating there, because this is a very fear-based pandemic. It's affecting the whole world, isn't it? So let's clear the stress, as much of the stress out of that as we can, so that we can have some clarity on our symptoms, physical symptoms. Back to hands again. This finger here next to the thumb, large intestine. Some nice deep breaths with this. Start to really tune into these now. And as you start to do these, and you switch me off if you want, you know, and just literally look at what is happening and tune in to what's happening for you. This is making my mouth water, okay? Yeah, it's bringing more fluid into my mouth for me to swallow down. So that's really quite an intestinal thing, isn't it? Because that's quite a bile sort of tract trait. So there's all sorts of little things that you will start to notice about what's happening to you as you start to vibrate each one of these. Okay, next one, stomach meridian. So it's here, okay, but you don't need to actually touch your skin, okay. You can do it and just very, very close to the skin. As long as you've washed your hands, okay, thoroughly, then by all means tap on the skin. But if you've not, literally just tap just millimeters away, and you'll be amazed how you can probably still feel it. Okay, you can practice this on yourself as to whether you can feel it on each meridian or not. But just make sure that you've washed your hands before you actually touch your face. Okay, let's keep everybody safe and clean. And then once you've done this again, and you've finished the routine, you've touched your face, go and wash your hands again. Okay. Spleen meridian. So arm up in the air. Okay. Nipple across, bra area underneath your arm, so here. So as if you were on your bra strap, ladies, guys, you can imagine that, wearing a bra, I'm sure. And give that a really good tap out. Again, notice how if you're vigorously tapping, okay, and it's hurting, then perhaps just slow it down, okay. And you'll actually realise then how anxious and tense that you might have been. It helps just to bring yourself back into a calmer state. Yeah. Well, this is a really good area to clear out on because we never get under here. And your spleen it becomes underworked, really. So the more we start to use this, okay, then the more our whole system starts to become more in flow. But do not overlook this one, okay? Do not overlook your spleen. And then we are going on to little finger again on the inside of little finger, and this is our heart meridian, okay? And then when we've done this, well done everybody, you have done yet another round of tap around the clock. And you've now done 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, rounds if you've done from the beginning, from this morning. So you're really well on the way now of getting your system to start flowing properly. And if you only manage to do this one today, that's absolutely fine. You can do it as many times as you wish. And if you only remember some of these tapping points, that's fine too. Just use them. Just use them. Okay. All I'm showing you here is a routine that helps your system to be more in flow. And right now, that's really what we need. We need our systems to be flowing freely so nothing's getting trapped here. Okay. We want everything to be flowing through us. Okay. Yeah. So, sorry, that was heart. Yes, that is the heart. It's the one I'm on. And then we're back to small intestine. So, well done everybody, you're doing really well. Sorry I keep coming on every 2 hours, but I just feel that this is so important for all of us to be doing right now. Let me know that you're finding this useful. Let me have your feedback. I'll drop the link to the app in the comments below. I'll drop my website details as well in case you're on Android and you want to have the charts. And I'll see you all soon, in fact in a couple of hours. Take care.